too is this. We also mentioned Rachel's house, right? And Sister Tara Hilliard is here with her colleague. And just stand up for a moment, Tara, if they can see you. Sister Tara Hilliard, come on, give her a round of applause. She is at the helm of Rachel's House, and let me kind of give you a little more information about this. Rachel's House is an organization that has decided to be on the front lines of fighting sex trafficking. Went to a meeting, me and Pastor Chris, several months ago, and sat with her and her colleague and listened to them talk about the epidemic in our community of young girls being trafficked in and forced into prostitution and all sorts of things. And it is alarming. And in fact, we were made aware that women will literally come into your church, will join your youth group and try to get your girls to join in this sex trafficking thing. And they give you tools on how to detect that and how to deal with that. And these women of God, and they have some men work with them, are literally putting themselves in harm's way, walking the streets at night, trying to pull and rescue young women as young as 12 years old. Now, for a moment, picture in your mind a 12-year-old girl that you know right now. Imagine her being snatched from her life of security and safety and being pushed into a life of abuse and dysfunction and perversion. This is happening every single day. And the church has got to say something about it. We began to talk to Rachel's House about ways in which we could participate, and what we found was that we needed to do two things. Number one, we need to raise money. But number two, we need to raise awareness. There need to be more partners, more people participating in this. I was remarking in the first service about the issue when you remember a year or so ago when the terror group Boko Haram had taken those African girls. And then he did a video, and in his video he said this. He says, "We will sell your girls because there's a market for your girls." Here's what's alarming. It's not just about the supply, but the demand for young girls being sold into sex trafficking. They tell me that this group, when girls who are arrested for prostitution go into jail, they get out maybe sometimes over the weekend the next morning, and in most cases, young ladies have been estranged from their families and their friends, and they have no one to go to, but those pimps are waiting right outside that jail cell. And when they come out of jail, they literally are almost forced psychologically and emotionally back into that dangerous relationship because there's nowhere else to turn. So Rachel's House started putting together care packages. And now they stand out in front of the jails aside from the pimps and give the girls a choice whether to go with the pimps or to come home with them. But they need help. They need you and me. They need us to participate financially. Participate with our time, with our energy. And so we decided to do, I called Carrie and I said, let's do something great. We decided to do Comedy for a Cause. And so next Sunday night, 7 p.m., we're having this Comedy for a Cause. Even if you were here for our New Year's Eve, you heard how funny Carrie is, and all her friends are funny too. So they're going to be here. But all of the proceeds of that event, $5. Think about that. Where can you go? You can't get a Happy Meal for $5 these days. For $5, you can come in, enjoy a wonderful night of comedy, have your children in childcare, and experience something great, and all of your dollars go to help. Maybe we can't change the world, but your dollars will go to help at least change one girl's life. And I believe that in that day, when we know as we are known, we will come face to face with lives that we have changed because we invested in a solution and didn't just complain about a problem. This is your chance, your hour, your opportunity. You don't have to do anything big. You don't have to grandstand or preach from a pulpit. But if you will just sow $5 and come to that event, and we might even raise an offering that night, but if you will come to that event and be a part of that hour, we can do something great to help Rachel's House change, maybe not the whole world, but change somebody's world. Amen? Let's give God a praise for Rachel's House.